sports and other recreational opportunities close to home. I'm Jill Horner. This is Comcast Newsmakers. With me is Mayor Paul Medany of Deptford. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me, Jill.
You say you don't have to leave Deptford to have a good time and to keep your kids entertained. You say there's a lot to do right in your own community.
There is, and that's actually the goal. We want to let people know what there is to do in Deptford Township because there's a lot to do.
Let's get into some of the details. A variety of different recreational opportunities. You have many different organized sports within Deptford.
We have over 3,000 kids in any given year in our organized sports. That's just the organized sports. And that's where baseball, football, basketball, wrestling, I could go on and on and on, but they're all the organized sports run through the Recreation Department of Deptford Township.
And as you mentioned, the Recreational Department does a lot of different activities that are organized, but let's talk a little bit about some of the passive recreational opportunities. You have things like walking paths and opportunities to do bird watching in Deptford.
We do. Deptford Township actually has some great nature trails. There's the Old Pine Trust, there's Timber Creek that passes through there, there's Fasola Park, and bird watching is a big thing, and it's really cool, and there's a lot of people that actually come to Deptford. We got a lot of wildlife in Deptford Township.
And you mentioned bird watching, but talk to us a little bit about the nature trails and the paths. This is an opportunity for people to get out and enjoy nature in really their own backyards.
There is. Actually, right in Deptford Township, there's actually beavers, too, which is cool. And you read about them in a book, and you can actually go right back by Timber Creek and see them build their beaver huts where they dam things up. Now, they can be destructive, but in Timber Creek, it's pretty big. But it's really cool to go see. Like, it's right there. It's something you would think, like, you see a beaver in Montana, and you could go right to Deptford Township.
Now, in addition to all of that, let's focus on open space. Are you actively working to acquire open space, and where do you stand now in terms of the availability of open space in the township?
Well, we have a lot of open space in Deptford Township, but regretfully, we don't have an open space tax. We tried to put it out there about 5 or 6 years ago, and it didn't pass. So now what we do is we fund our own open space purchases, and plus the county has an open space fund that we're trying to get them to buy some more open space in Deptford because we want to preserve the land. There's some great nature spots in Deptford we need to preserve.
In addition to all of that, let's focus a little bit on the parks. There are 25 parks in the township?
There are. They're like standalone parks. They're little recreational opportunities. But the big one we have plans for is Fasola Park. Like the other ones are in neighborhoods, which is good. And when we plan a neighborhood, we make sure they have a recreational opportunity for people who can't put it in their own backyard, which is important because not all kids are in organized sports. I'm a firm believer in getting them out to play.
And you have fields, acreage there, but let's talk a little bit about historic sites because there is a site that you are looking to try and get on the National Register of Historic Places.
We're going to partner up with one of the classes in Deptford Township. One of the teachers came to one of our council meetings, and we have a lot of historic sites, but he's going to try to get one in conjunction with us on the National Historical Register, and it's going to be the balloon landing site where the balloon landed, flew from Philadelphia and landed in Deptford Township.
Hot air balloon.
Yeah, hot air balloon, correct. And actually the tree that right where he landed, where John Pierre Blanchard landed, is still in Deptford Township. It's called the Clement Oak. And we're going to try to get that registered as a historic site.
Now let's talk about the improvements this year. You mentioned the different parks, but at one of the parks, Fasola Park, you are actually looking to put in a new playground? We
are. We're going to put in a large playground from a national manufacturer. It's already in the plans. We've already got it funded. It's supposed to start this spring. We're going to hope to have it operating by the summer. And it's going to be fantastic. We're trying to get more usage out of Fasola Park. We put in walking paths last year. We got beautiful tennis courts. We got a pond. We got recreation fields. And it's a 58-acre spot right in the middle of Deptford Township that's there, and a lot of people don't know it's there. So we're going to draw people there, especially with the playground. I think it's going to be a big hit.
All right, thanks so much for being with us. And in addition to all of this, you do have events throughout the year to bring the community together.
We do. We're big on events in Deptford.
Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me, Jill.
We've been talking with Mayor Paul Medany of Deptford. I'm Jill Horner.